Welcome back to another episode of the Trash Talk podcast today. First of all, Jay just getting pop quizzed. Again, we have a crossword in the halftime show and a second topic that I don't know because they wouldn't tell me. All I know is Sergey is going to be there, but I have no idea what it is. I tried to ask and they told me they couldn't tell me. So I have no clue.
This will be fun.
You think it'll be fun? Is it going to be some bullshit or is it going to be actually like good?
You'll see.
Okay, I'm curious. They said it was fitting for podcasts, so I'm going to believe it. So Sergey
I think
will
it's
be
fitting
there
for a podcast.
Sergey will be there. Second topic, but first, get your pens, your papers, and we got 50 pub quiz questions. JJ versus the world. I will ask a question.
It sounds a lot more crazy that way than if you. Yeah,
I will
like it.
Ask a question. JJ, you'll take like a second or so before you answer.
Yes.
In the meantime, the person or people at home stop the video. Answer the question, then you give the answer, which you think is correct, then I will give the correct answer, and both the people at home and JJ check off on the list whether it was correct or false, and then at the end of the quiz, JJ will announce his total score out of 50, and the people can put their scores in the comments and see if they beat JJ or not, and discuss some of the questions. So, as a warning, as always, these questions are from a British website, pubquizquestionshq.com. So, be prepared for some British questions. JJ, are you ready?
I mean, I'm not going to get more ready. Well, I mean, it never will be over my lifetime. I will, but you know what I mean.
The questions and answers within this quiz were verified and updated in July 2020. So, this is pretty up to date.
Yes, I believe it said that for a while now, and I assume that they update the whole database every time because that was the same disclaimer on every single one.
Let's start off. Question 1.
Yes.
Dave Prentice is the current General Secretary of which British trade union?
Ah, yes. Let's think. What British trade union do I know? I don't know, man.
It is the Unison. Unison. All caps. The car manufacturer Peugeot is based in which country?
What, the car manufacturer? What are they called?
Peugeot. I'll be
Peugeot?
Yes. I'll pronounce it correctly. But, you know.
See, interesting enough, I don't know this for a fact, but just based on the name, I would think France?
Yes, it is France. The thing is, I've only ever heard Australians pronounce it. And I know they say Peugeot. Because they're fucking peasants, right? So I was gonna go with it.
I've only ever heard Germans pronounce it, and they pronounce it Peugeot.
Correctly.
Well, correctly, they pronounce Peugeot.
That's what it is, because it's French.
Yes.
The Highbury Stadium is home to which Lancashire-based football team?
Lancaster FC.
Fleetwood Town.
Fair enough.
It was also Lancashire and not Lancaster.
Oh.
What I've Been Looking For is a 2006 song from which musical film starring Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens?
Wait,
what I've Been Looking For.
A musical film.
Musical film. 2006.
High School Musical.
That is correct.
I thought Zac Efron was in there, so that made sense.
I Want That One is a catchphrase most commonly associated with which British comedy series?
Little Britain, I don't know.
Yes. It's specifically Andy Pipkin, like the guy in the wheelchair who like pretends to be handicapped, but it's not.
Yeah, I think so. I didn't
know. And then like he gets it, and then like the second he gets it, he's pissed about not having enough.
Right? Yeah, it's
great.
It's a lot of very repetitive jokes. I didn't like it that much.
I really love Little Britain. It's really funny.
It seems that there is a certain type of humor that you certainly like and I don't, like Little Britain and SpongeBob.
Little Britain is really fun. House music originated from which North American city in the early 1980s? House music.
It's at North American city?
Yes.
Oh god, that means the continent. I thought for a split second it meant Northern US, which would have at least limited it somewhat.
North American.
North American, so it doesn't even have to be US. Great. Probably is US. I don't know. Maybe it's Canada? Probably not Mexico, but who knows? North American city. Let's name a North American city with music.
Yep.
House music.
House music.
I don't know Los Angeles.
The answer is Chicago.
That, I guess, makes more sense.
Which is the only U.S. state with a motto in Spanish?
The only U.S. state with a motto in Spanish. Okay. So, I definitely don't know this. I would assume it's a southern one, because they have a closer border to Spanish-speaking countries. And I'm just gonna guess one. Is it New Mexico?
It is Montana. And I cannot explain to you why that is, because it's a northern state. I believe it has the longest Canadian border. And the motto is Oro y Plata, which means gold and silver.
Okay, silver.
Which with
Plata
that
is silver. Okay.
Yes, which with that I would have assumed California, but I have no idea why that's the motto of Montana. But there we go.
See, I would have assumed that with, of course, generally South America, Central America being the Spanish-speaking places.
You'd think California, Texas.
I would have thought
Mexico,
something with on the south of the U.S. And I was thinking Mexican border makes sense.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, of course, the one that would be most strongly associated with Mexico
Texas.
is the one with Mexico in the name.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, okay, Tejas would have also made sense, sure, but yeah.
it's Montana, so there you
That's
go. Obscure
weird.
fact. Which is the highest ranking order of chivalry in the British Empire? OBE or CBE?
I'm sure I would be able to deduct that from if I knew what those stood for. That being said, I don't, so I just have to guess. OBE.
It's CBE.
Yay, I fucked up a 50-50.
What does the L stand for in Samuel L. Jackson?
That is a good question. I don't think I've ever heard. Let's see, what could it stand for?
It's probably a name I can give you.
Yeah, no, I figured. I'm just trying to come up with like a reasonable L name. Lucas, I don't know.
The answer is Leroy.
Oh, that makes more sense, actually.
Yeah. If you look at the guy, would you think his second name is probably Leroy or Lucas? Like, come on, be real.
Yeah.
Last question of this page.
Leroy, yeah.
Which actor played Ron Weasley in the Harry Potter film series?
Rupert Grinch.
That is not.
Wait, is that not? What is his last name? Rupert
Grint. I'll give you that because you meant the right guy. I can definitely tell you that.
Grint, right? Yeah.
Grint.
My bad.
Sinology is the study of what? CYNology.
I thought I had something there, but I don't think that is spelled that way. Is it the nostrils? I don't know.
It's dogs.
Because sinus is not spelled that way. It's spelled with I, right?
Yeah.
Because the moment when he said sinology, I thought it's obviously not sign as in symbol.
It's probably canine something. So the answer.
Oh, wait, did you say CY?
Yeah, CY.
Oh, I thought you said SY. I was okay. But even then it's SI, I think. But I didn't.
Looks. He was awarded.
Almonds.
He was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1973. But in which country was Henry Kissinger born?
Henry Kissinger. Naturally a name that I don't really have an association with. I don't know if that's just a me thing.
Yes, that is a
where is Henry Kissinger born?
Very important politician.
The important question right now, of course, would also be, is that his birth name? Because if it is, you would assume it's an English-speaking place? Actually, not necessarily, but probably. I'm just gonna guess. Which country?
Yes.
The United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland.
The answer is Germany.
Okay.
Not to be confused with a very similar sounding German chancellor. Who composed the work The Marriage of Figaro?
Figaro I have heard of. Oh. I don't know.
You want to guess?
Sure. What is it? The Marriage of
Figaro.
Sounds like something that would come out of like Southern Europe, Italy, sort of a place. But then again, using foreign names doesn't necessarily mean you're from there. The title that you said was English, though these kind of things tend to translate. Is it Shakespeare? I don't fucking know.
Yes, it was Mozart.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he definitely lived closer to Italy.
Yeah. Born as Eric Arthur Blair in Motihari, Bengal, India. This famous author is better known by what pseudonym?
I don't know.
Answer is George Orwell.
Oh.
I did not. Also, I would have been born in India? I did not know that. Well, British colony times, obviously, but still. In Roman mythology, who was the king of the gods?
Oh. God. Frick. Roman is more difficult than Greek.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously it's whichever one is the equivalent of Zeus. I'm trying to remember if it is a separate one, though. Is it? I feel like it's... You know what, I'm just gonna say it. I don't know if it's right. Mars?
It's Jupiter.
That makes sense because Mars is Aries, but...
Yeah, Mars is the god of war.
Yeah.
Jupiter is the king of gods.
I guess I should have just gone through the planets and tried to figure out which one. Yeah. I don't know who the Greek equivalent is, because Mars is Aries, Neptune is Poseidon, Apollon is Apollon.
A cow's stomach is divided into how many compartments?
It's a couple. Five?
The answer is 4. What is the term for cutting vegetables into long, thick matchsticks-like shapes? Matchstick-like shapes.
Slicing?
The answer is julienne. Known as the Mile High City, what is the capital city of Colorado?
Denver.
That is correct. In the sitcom Dad's Army, Arnold Ridley played which character?
Dad.
Private Godfrey. Indira Gandhi International Airport services which city?
What is it called?
Indira Gandhi. It's named after Indira Gandhi.
Serves which city?
Yes.
I don't know, man.
Delhi.
Like, the original one?
I guess, yeah. Which British artist had a 2015 hit with Hold Back the River?
I know that song.
I don't know that song.
It, weirdly enough, doesn't help at all, though. 2015 British artist, I don't know, man.
The answer is James Bay.
Never heard of him.
This is, by the way, the first question on the third sheet.
Yeah.
And after the end of the sheet, I'm going to have to ask you to give us a...
See, I was doing decently well at the, middle of the first sheet.
Yeah, exactly.
And, I basically got nothing since.
What nationality is actor Christoph Waltz, star of Django Unchained and Spectre?
Christopher Waltz. I think... Oh, God, let me not make that typical mistake. I think he's German.
He's Austrian.
See, I knew
it.
I literally didn't know which one, but
it's a guess.
It's ugh. He always gets the wrong one too.
The character Dr. Ian Malcolm appears in which long-running film franchise?
Dr. Ian Malcolm. That sounds familiar. Why does that sound familiar?
Because he appears in a long-running film franchise.
I guess that's why that sounds... Wait. I swear I've heard the name before. I cannot come up with where.
The answer is Jurassic Park.
Oh, yes. That's where I know the name from.
What is the capital city of Morocco?
Naturally, I should know any and all capital cities because we did the whole thing once. While.
It's probably not the one you're going to guess.
I have no idea, man.
The answer is Rabat.
Which one was I going to guess?
Marrakesh. XXV is the Roman numeral representing which number?
Ah, yes, Roman numerals. Those are always fun. XXV, that should be, let me not get this one wrong, because that would be embarrassing, 25.
Correct. Gala, Honeycrisp, and Fuji are varieties of which fruit?
Wait, Fuji's a mountain.
That is true.
What is it? What, is it
Gala, Honeycrisp, and Fuji.
melon.
Apples.
Oh, okay.
The first day of Lent in Western Christianity is also known as what?
Oh, frick, when do they do that? Or, actually, in most cases, don't do that.
It's still on our calendars. If you look through it, you'll find it.
Yeah, wait, is it the, oh, fuck, it's the, is it like the Easter Friday thing? It's not called that, but...
It's Ash Wednesday.
Oh, it's Wednesday, that's what it was. Yeah. And I know it was something like that, I had no idea. I'm not Christian.
The computer company Atari takes its name from which board game?
Board game? I didn't know they were named for a board game. Atari. They kind of disappeared. I don't know, man.
The answer is Go. Which British actress played D.S. Sandra Pullman in the indie police drama New Tricks?
British actress.
Correct.
Something that I've never heard of.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Amanda Redman. What is the name of the official currency of Hungary?
Wait. Am I going mad? Shouldn't it be the euro?
It's the forint.
Okay.
They are not part of the Eurozone.
That makes more sense, because I was like, that's a weird question to ask if that's the answer. I thought they were like trying to like somewhat trick me there.
Yeah.
So that should have been the sheet, right?
That was the third sheet, yes. How many points do we have?
5.
So you're 5 and 25 at the moment?
Yeah.
That's not good.
And I think literally the first 2 or 3 points were like within the first 5 questions.
God damn.
So I was like on the track to be 500, and then like, and then I just didn't get barely any of that after that.
Okay, let's tell up the sheet number 4. You're gonna get this one though. The German Adi Dassler founded which sports brand?
I would assume, and I've never heard of this person, but
I should have called him Adolf Dassler because that makes it a little bit harder because that's his real name.
I would assume, and I have no idea, but I would assume it's Adidas.
It is Adidas. Fun fact: his brother founded the sports company, I think Puma.
Ah,
so they were working together and they split, like the Twix guys. But that really happened.
Yes, the left and the right Twix.
Benjamin Grimm is the real name of which Fantastic Four character?
I mean, when you said Ben Grimm, I kind of knew what we were talking about. It is, of course, the Thing.
It is the Thing. I'm bored with it all is said to be the final sentence uttered by which politician and statesman?
I don't know.
I'm bored with the fact that this is the second time the question appears in this quiz, because I had this before, and the answer is Churchill.
Oh.
In the phonetic alphabet, which word represents the letter D?
Wait, the phonetic alphabet has words?
Yeah.
I only knew the characters.
No, you know,
Like
like
names?
yeah, like the military alphabet.
That I thought.
Yeah.
I thought the phonetic spelling thing. You know if you have like a foreign language, they sometimes put the pronunciation.
Oh no.
I thought that's what we're talking about. Wait,
There's a word for it.
The letter D.
Yes.
Delta.
Correct. Which war began in 1853 when the Ottoman Empire declared war on the Russian Empire?
I feel like this is one I should know. The Ottomans fought the Russians, huh? I don't know, man. I don't.
It's the Crimean War.
Okay.
1. Which politician was the final leader of the Soviet Union?
The final. Okay, so the one when it broke apart.
Correct. This is I don't know.
See, either it's like someone incredibly obvious, or it's just something I'm not going to guess.
This is a big part of history that you should know.
I'm bad with history. Is it Stalin? That was earlier, way earlier, right?
It's Gorbachev.
Oh.
You know, Glasnost and Perestroika. Sergey knows what that means. Right? Gorbachev, Glasnost, Perestroika. Freaking tear down this wall, blah, blah, blah. You know, Soviet Union thing. Jerry Morell.
Right, that was way later, right? Yeah. Fuck. See, I don't know history. That's a...
Jerry Morell and his 4 sons founded which burger chain?
What was the name of the guy?
Jerry Morell.
Jerry Morell.
4 sons.
And his 4 sons.
Mm-hmm.
A burger chain.
A burger chain.
Burger King.
It's 5 guys.
Oh! That's actually...
Yeah.
I guess that's guessable, yeah.
Yeah. Chris Berry and Craig Charles star in which spaceship-based TV sitcom?
What are the names again?
Chris Berry and Craig Charles.
I have not heard of those. Red Dwarf, I don't know.
Correct.
That was just...
What was the guess?
That was a good guess because it's British and
Yeah.
decently well known, but like I have no idea who is in that. I've never seen it.
Which United States city is known for its deep dish style of pizza?
I actually don't exactly know what deep dish style even means. I know there is 2 cities that are known for their pizza, and that's of course the huge debate. I'm obviously gonna say the wrong one now because I don't know what deep dish style means. Is it Chicago?
It is Chicago. Whom did Ronald Reagan defeat in the November 1980 presidential election?
I don't know, man.
The answer is Jimmy Carter.
Oh, okay. I have heard of him, yeah.
I'm the president.
Finishes another sheet, I think,
Let's
right?
finish another sheet and we're going into the last one.
I did good on that sheet.
Yeah, that was definitely better than the average before that. That's true.
Yeah, I doubled my points.
You got 10 now?
Yeah.
That's
I got 5 out of 10 on that one sheet.
You're not going to make 50% this time around, though.
No, but I made 50% on one sheet.
Yeah.
Which is still better
British
than
artist from the Young British Artists Movement, whose best friend works is Perhaps My Bed.
So what I heard you say is
That's
British artist from the British Artists Movement whose best friend's work is my bed.
Whose best known work is
Okay, that makes more
Perhaps
sense.
My Bed. That is literally the full sentence.
Oh, so the question is who is the artist?
I guess. It's worded weird.
I don't know.
The answer is Tracy Emin.
Well, I would have been able to come up with that name.
30 miles per hour is equal to approximately how many knots? A 16, B 26, or C 36. I'm assuming that's not nautical knots.
Wait, there's other knots?
Yes, there's sea and land.
Oh, fuck. I was hoping you were going to ask for a mile-kilometer conversion because I can actually do those. But...
Or rather, not knots, but miles. It's land miles, not sea miles.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because I was like, knots should be...
Knots is football.
Isn't
yeah.
nautical unit, or usually
but it
used
says 30
case.
miles, so I'm assuming it's land miles.
Yes, I would assume so. Now let's try to remember how do knots work. 36.
The answer is 26.
I knew it was one of the two, I just didn't know which. Yeah. Because knots are just nautical miles per hour, right? And I didn't remember if the nautical mile was shorter or longer, though, which was the question. So that's wrong.
What material is used to cover the slate on a snooker or billiards table?
The slate. What? What is a slate?
Like the foundational part of the table.
Oh.
Whatever wooden part.
Felt?
Whatever it is. It's base, and then the felt is on top of it.
Okay.
Rome is located in which of the 20 administrative areas of Italy?
I was about to say which Rome. Like, Rome is located in
Everywhere.
every European country at the very least, yes.
The Rome.
The Rome. In which administrative...
area of Italy. There's 20.
The Central District.
The answer is Lazio. Which George Orwell book starts with the line, "It was a bright cold day in April, and the clocks were striking 13."
George Orwell.
George Orwell.
He... the line was something about... Oh, it's just basically guess some Orwell book that I know, huh? Let's not get stuff mixed up. 1984?
Yes.
That's Orwell, right?
Sergey kind of gave it away because he was like trying to hold back a laughter behind the scenes.
Well, but it's like, which Orwell book am I gonna guess if I don't know which one it is,
Pretty
right?
sure that's the only Orwell book you've read so far, right? Which you still need to read Animal Farm. But
like, those are probably the only two I could come up with, like, right off the top of my head, and like, I would guess 1984 over Animal Farm, like,
that's the very
unless there is a specific reason to suggest that would be Animal Farm, right? So
Roman Polanski, the film director, was born in which country?
I've heard of him before as well. Isn't he also from like around here? I'm gonna just guess Germany. It's somewhere. France. Because I knew it was not too far away, but I don't know where exactly.
Whose celebrated diary had a last entry on August 1st, 1944?
Celebrated.
Yes.
Diary. 94. I don't know. Dude, I don't know.
It's Anne Frank.
Oh, yeah.
Who portrayed Whitenail or Whitnail in the film Whitnail and I? It's Whitnail. Or Withnail.
Who portrayed that character?
Yes.
So it's an actor or actress. Yeah. Dude, I assume it's the last name, so I don't know that. It's asked. They asking it. They're British. Rowan Atkinson. I don't know.
The answer is Richard E. Grant.
Oh yeah, okay. Definitely a person that one has heard of before.
The last two questions are phenomenal. They're callbacks to previous ones.
Really?
What is the Roman numeral for 500?
The Roman numeral for 500. That is. Well, let me not get stuff mixed up again. It's C.
It's D.
Oh, it's D.
C is 100.
Oh fuck! See,
century.
like the big ones don't come up that much.
And this one is also... Sinology is the study of what? This time it is spelled with S-I.
Is it now nostrils, please?
It is China. Folks. 50 questions down. How many do you got, JJ?
11.
You got 11. That's the worst one so far, I think.
Yeah, I think
it
so.
It was also probably the hardest quiz. I will definitely give you that. Goddamn. So, yeah, how many did you get at home? Did you score 50? If someone scored 50% on this one, I would be heavily impressed. Or 60 even. That would have been crazy.
Oh, God.
This
one, I do definitely see that this one was tougher.
Yeah.
But I also didn't do great.
I can't see myself having scored like over 20 in this one. Like, even then. Like, this was a tough one.
I think the most disappointing one, of course, I got the Roman numeral wrong, which is, yeah. And, I got very early on the one 50-50. What was it?
Yeah.
OBE versus CBE or something.
Yeah. There's some that you should just know, like Gorbachev, but there was not a lot of the ones that I would blame you for this time. So it was tough. We have facts.
Yes, we do.
Weekly facts. So JJ, what is your fact of the week?
Well, this one is a bit of well, I have notes. So very few of you probably have heard of the tabletop role-playing game GURPS, the generic universal role-playing system. And one thing that if you were knowing it, you might know that its source books tend to be very thoroughly researched and well-written and well thought out. And since they tackle a lot of real-world subjects as well, there's actually a couple of things that they're precision has led to. And I have kind of 3 sort of anecdotal things here written down that kind of relate to that. Not personal anecdotes, but like, so there was a supplement called Biotech, which came out for the 3rd edition, which was published in 2002, and was noted to be up to date on real-world biotech and some college textbooks on the same issue by a variety of professionals in the field. Transhuman Space, Deep Beyond, includes calculations about the Galilean moons and Titan from the space scientists who co-wrote the book, and the book was released before some of the scientific writing on that subject by the same author. So that was actually scientific writing you basically find in a role-playing game before in scientific context. And I think this is the most interesting one. In 1997, the Camelot source book ended up as a recommended reading on the recommended reading list of the course on Arthurian legend at the University of at Indiana University. I should not just mix those around because that might be a different one. So that's that.
You lost me at tabletop. All right. Did you know?
Well, you lost me at Slate.
Did you know that elephants had more muscles in their trunk than the human in their entire body?
I did not know that.
Fact.
But it does somewhat make sense. Okay, more than the entire body is a lot. Yeah. But then they would have, they have a huge amount of articulation in there, and then also like suction and whatnot. It makes sense that it's a very complicated
They're strong, dude.
Piece of anatomy.
There we go. That's a fact. We have a halftime show, and then we're going to bring in Sergey for whatever horrific shit you can imagine. I don't even want to know yet. But let's do this crossword and finally get us a win maybe at some point, because we... I think what happened is whenever we introduced the piece of paper, which of course is still not there, the win, we cursed ourselves. Because after that, we've never won one. Like once.
All right.
6. We have to get this one. Let's go. What's this called?
This one was Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Cause of the cold. Virus?
Cold?
It's not cold.
Wind?
Maybe more. So it's more like things that weaken your immune system and cause you to inevitably end up having a cold.
But viruses doesn't fit.
I know it doesn't fit. Busy as
a bee.
1994 Tom Hanks film.
Could it be Forrest Gump? It could be Forrest Gump.
Yes. That's the one you know.
There we go. That's the one I know.
Wave wildly, but put the Y there.
Flail.
Yes.
Yes.
Zany escapade.
What is the description? I don't know. I'm gonna start with that onwards.
Yes. Hook with a handle.
What?
Virus named for an African river.
Ebola.
I didn't know it was a river, but broadcast again is re-air. What? No, that's not it. But Reran. Positive quality.
Cause of the colds? We could force those later if we need to. Let's try the other.
The Zany escapade, by the way, starts with A-N. Which I guess brings us to gaping mouth.
Maw.
Apple drink.
Juice. Damn.
I assume they want cider? Because juice can be any fruit. I mean, technically, there's also different types of cider. Mythical giant. I mean, there's a lot. 1988 Tom Hanks film. 3 letters.
Brr. My Tom Hanks film memory is used up, man.
Avoiding traditional musical key.
It's not off key, is it? No.
Didn't think so. Corolla,
Toyota.
Camry, and Prius.
Pass. Yeah.
Body art for short is tat.
Hate those things.
Skater Midori. Come on, you don't know skaters now? Like, what do you know?
Oh, this skater, no.
1995 Tom Hanks film. Shade provider. Completely remove is eliminate. Eliminate. And then, what is this? Scoundrel. There is another letter for Zany Escapade.
Alright.
In case it helps.
We can have a bunch we can force later.
Fly catcher. See, if it had been spider, I would have gotten it, but that one. Chest bone.
Rib.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Ugh. Toothpaste type.
Did we get the across one?
Well, it's the Tom Hanks film. It's BI something. I don't know. This across one is got started is began. This across one is fall behind. Is lag? It is lag. Erupted. I kind of jump places there, but toothpaste type ends in
Gel.
EL.
The movie is big.
Big.
Okay.
That is a word.
Mm-hmm.
How about this sector? Restored to health. Healed?
Word. No, it doesn't fit. Yield.
Yes. The Governator. Is it Arnold? Because he was the Terminator and the Governor.
It's a
It's a really bad pun as well.
Yeah.
So the down ones, let's just do these real quickly. With more decibels is louder.
Yeah.
Fury Rage is anger. Eagles star tight end Zach Ertz. Section of the eye is the retina.
Yes.
A restoration.
Rebuild? Nah.
Posh residence.
That was not correct, though. Posh residence.
I know it wasn't correct.
Mansion. Fit.
Played with.
Toyed.
Really? It's weird because it would still be toyed with.
Yeah.
A golf peg is a T. A photo sharing app is in. Oh yeah, I was confused because I thought of it as a website, but it's also an app.
If there's a website, there's probably an app.
£2,000 is one version of a ton, but that's not what. Oh, is it something ton? It is something ton, right? Is it like ENG because it's the English ton? Because it's the American ton, I think, is £2,000, isn't it? Because the metric ton, of course, is 1,000 kilograms, which is 2,200 pounds, roughly. A restoration is renewal.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I still think it's something ton, though. Yes, the partial is estate, as our producer informed us.
Something,
£2,000 is something a ton. 2000 Tom Hanks film is something away.
Cast away. Wilson, the volleyball. That's where that's from.
What? Leave out.
Yeah, even Sergey knows that.
Is leave out.
Like, he's stranded on an island, he puts a face on a volleyball to have a friend. I don't know.
Oh. One named Irish vocalist. Also known as a mononymous singer. Corn unit.
Cobb. Probably Cobb, yeah.
Latin lover's word. Transgression is a sin. Springfield bus driver.
Simpsons, dude.
I figured it was Simpsons. Leave out is omit. And one named Irish vocalist is Bono?
Oh, Bono, yeah. So that has to be a vowel.
And I guess it's Otto? That's the only one that's named.
1 ton.
1 ton.
1 ton. Hey, there we go. Sensible.
It's not even the proper ton, but anyways. Little Rascals. Unaccompanied is alone. 2004 Tom Hanks film. Omelette ingredients.
Eggs. You had an omelet last night.
I did.
True.
Apollo 13 organization.
NASA.
Is it NASA? I was about to say that would be the most sensible one. I think they also made a movie about that. Tom Hanks might have been in. Extraterrestrial is alien. Island nation east of Fiji.
It's the Fiji. Jesus.
Hosiery mishaps? I don't know what that word is. She wants to let it go as Elsa.
Ah, from Frozen. Okay.
Yes.
What's the downward 145 or something? You didn't look at that.
Where is 45?
Like where you looked at
that one?
Yeah.
Chat gossip is Gab.
Yeah.
And Little Rascals.
Brats.
Brats.
Yeah.
And that leaves us with the Island Nation.
Could force. Oh, Tonga.
And the mishap is
Vowel.
probably.
Let's try it.
It's an egg.
Snags. And something middle at the end.
Yes. Pal of Piglet. Oh, pal is in friend. They're very British. Right, Winnie the Pooh, yeah.
No.
Eeyore doesn't
P-U-H?
fit. Is it P-U-H? It might be P-U-H.
P-O-H?
No, wait, isn't it P-O-O-H or something, even?
Oh, it was, yeah.
I mean, there's others, like freaking Tigger, Eeyore, like, none of them fit, no. Insignificant. Discourage. Tranquil.
Silent?
Does that even... It does fit. That didn't really make that much sense. If we look at this one, Erupted. This one not. I think Losing My Religion, Bands, R.E.M.
Yeah.
Then we have the movie, It's Sent in Spain.
Spent.
Oh. Currency? But don't they use euros?
They have euros, yeah.
Is it just the Spanish word for money or something? Sound system.
I mean, you can try a moneta. Maybe. Nope. Sound system. What was that?
Also, NFL scores, which...
TDs.
Strike. Hit.
Mm.
And then we saw a serene. Serene. How did I not come up with that immediately? Discourage. And significant. Minor is too long. Mirror? That's
Can you get the movie at some point?
Well, it's the something middle. It's spent in Spain is dinars. Is that how? Is that how?
Could be like terminal the.
Is it what is the currency?
The terminal.
Oh yeah, the terminal, right? That's not. Fuck. That was. Yeah, that's.
There we go.
So, what is the dinar or whatever the currency? Isn't that what it is? The dinar? No, I don't. Is it not? Is it not a currency like dinar? Sound system stereo. Pal Piglet is something R, something O. Discourage. Deter.
Ah, yes.
Dinera, something like that. Yeah. And then Rue. Oh yeah, they do have a Rue, yeah. Erupted is something with ud, which makes sense. Urban area.
City.
Oh yeah, right. Acapulco Gold. Ruin Tarnish. Unspecified amount.
Any.
And then we have the down ones. Prolonged unconsciousness is coma. Country on the Caspian.
Country?
Yes.
Iran?
And then what are these?
Oro.
Oro. Ruin Tarnish is...
Force. We have a lot of ones where we can force them in.
Mar.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Mar is a word.
So something Tory for the movie?
Yes. The movie is something Tory.
Toy Story? Toy Story.
He was in that?
I don't. Maybe he's a voice actor, I guess.
Yes, he wasn't physically.
Titan.
Oh, yes. Avoiding traditional musical key.
Let's go to the downward ones. Let's get those in.
Skater Midori.
Ito.
That's the name. Shade Provider. Canopy. There we go. Regulation Ordinance is law. I don't think we ever looked at that.
Yeah, dude, too much easy. Just force
Cause
the top.
of a cold.
Force the top left first.
Hook with a handle. Staff. No, it's not a word. No, it's not enough letters.
Easy, we win. Over a minute. We finally made it, man.
I'm still... What? Gaff.
Gaff.
Oh, I have...
Germ.
Germ. Yeah.
Meryl?
Positive qualities of
Merit.
I was about to say.
And
Zany Escapade is antic.
boys! Back.
To be fair, this one had less knowledge questions and more just like word association stuff, which arguably can be easier.
Can be better or worse. Next week. See the empty piece of wall back there? There's gonna be a note there that says 1 win in a row. We're on a streak. We're back and we're never letting go. This is the first of many. And we're never gonna lose another one of these again for the rest of our lives. Because now we can't lose. We set a new standard for ourselves. Now
I mean, there is a technique we could employ to not lose.
like just stop the timer.
Yeah, I was gonna say just stop playing.
Oh, right.
just don't play.
No. We're not just gonna not lose. We're gonna win all of them. We're gonna keep winning, and that's how.
That is a lot more difficult.
We will cut the video here and then bring Sergey in for whenever we do this for the second topic, which I still don't freaking know. But let's do that, and we'll see you on the other side. Sergey is here for the second week in a row.
Hello.
All right, dude. It says on the screen Garden Path Sentence Quiz.
It does say that.
So
Yes.
the word quiz kind of gives me hope because I like quizzes.
It's not.
I
yeah.
just quickly thrown that
You told
together.
me
It's
it's not-
actually
So,
not a quiz.
So
This
what
is-
is this?
So the technical side of this was the sample Sergey. So any praise or complaints, we'll see how it goes.
He literally made this.
Are directed at him. So this is based on the concept that for this to work properly, we cannot explain right now.
Yes.
Basically, I think what we want you to do is literally just read out what it says on the screen.
Yes. Allowed.
It says Garden Path Sentence Quiz.
Deep-
Start.
easy one.
Sorry.
That's the easy one, although it would have been hilarious if we hadn't read it out and he just didn't read start. It would have been like, nope. No. Okay.
Sure.
I think I'm supposed to hit start here.
Yeah.
The Old Man the Boat. Next.
You don't have to read the button. Are we happy with it?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next.
The complex houses married and single soldiers and their families. What is this? Like, are there questions?
No. Like I said, it's not really a quiz.
It's the point is, and I'm always only like semi happy with how he says them, but I think that's like,
Yeah.
but yeah, we'll see how this works.
The horse raced past the barn fell. The horse raced past the barn fell. No, the horse raced past the barn fell. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Next. The florist sent the flowers, was pleased. Next. The cotton clothing is made of grows in Mississippi. Mississippi. Next. The sour drink from the ocean.
Yeah, that one's
Yeah.
actually quite easy.
Have the students who failed the exam take the supplementary. We painted the wall with cracks.
This is also one of the ones where it just doesn't work either way.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Do we explain it now?
I think we can explain.
The
So-
rap. Yeah.
So the idea is these are sentences that are written in such a way that you automatically start reading them wrong. So
Like the horse one.
Yep.
yeah,
But the other one's not.
All of them are.
they are all written that way. Some of them more effective than others,
Yep.
Okay.
but some of them are written. I think there was one where the houses one. I think was one where the complex houses, families, and single
Yeah.
soldiers.
Yeah.
I think you said that a little bit weird, but it's also like hard to tell which interpretation someone is going for there.
Mm.
So it's not that.
The raft floated down, the river sank.
I don't like this one that much, anyways. But yeah,
Yeah.
When Fred eats, food gets thrown.
yeah. So of course, intuitively, you would read this as when Fred eats food, and then you're like, what?
I don't
Doesn't seem to
comprehend.
work that well. I don't know.
I do not comprehend.
It
Like,
worked. So we kind of tried
I
this
think
out
there's a comma
before.
missing, but still.
No,
Okay.
and that's the problem, right?
Yep.
Usually you would put a comma there, but the English language does not require you to,
Okay, so fair enough.
which is, and I've noticed that as well when we were going through some of those before. Like, pretty much any of these sentences can be fixed by adding some proper commas.
Mm.
Yeah.
And English being a Germanic language, similar sentence structure to German. German would require you to put a comma.
Yeah,
English does
German
not.
requires all the content.
Which also Sergey told me is how you can easily spot a German writing English, because they will use excessive amounts of commas.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So wait, like the point is just that there are sentences that can be read in different ways.
No.
Not quite. The point is that the first interpretation of your how you read the sentence is usually wrong, and you have to readjust.
Yeah. So if I was reading, so the idea is you read the sentence, and obviously if you read it once, think about it, and then say it. Of course you can say it right. But the point is, like, you see the sentence and just start reading it, and you intuitively first read it wrong, right? It's like Mary gave the child the dog, bit a band-aid, right? It's like, that's weird.
Why is it weird?
But Mary gave the child the dog, bit a band-aid.
What? You said the same sentence.
Does
Like,
it just literally not get emphasis?
Like, wait, it doesn't change. The meaning of the word of the sentence doesn't change.
There is only one meaning of the sentence.
Yeah. Mary gave the child the dog bit a band-aid. She gave the band-aid to the child that was bitten by a dog.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Like,
I convinced her children. Okay, this one is not.
I convinced
Oh.
the children.
I now see how it could be misread, but quite frankly, I read it right intuitively.
Mm.
But yeah, so her children as in
Am I
possessive.
like? Am I like dreaming or something? What is this? Just sentences. I don't get at all what this is. Fat people eat accumulates.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, fat people eat accumulates. Yeah.
So what?
Put a comma there, put a comma there.
Because usually you'd read it out as fat people eat.
But that doesn't make sense with the rest of the sentence.
Yes, that's the point. But that's what your first interpretation would be, usually.
And then,
Then you'd have to read the sentence again
okay,
to make it make sense.
and then,
Well,
like,
and
that's
then-
it. That's the whole thing.
That's the whole thing, yes. That your first interpretation of a sentence is usually wrong.
See, it would have been a lot funnier if it actually worked better on you.
Yes.
No, man. How do you?
I know the words to that song about the Queen don't rhyme. I know the words to that song about the Queen don't rhyme.
I don't see how you could.
She told me a little white lie will come back to haunt me. Okay,
That's
yeah.
completely correct.
Yes, but that's one of those where, again, the pronunciation doesn't change much despite you mentally reading it wrong, which is why this one is not great for demonstration.
Mm.
But because you think first when you read it, she told me a little white lie. And then it's the second part, which changes that, of course, she told me that little white lie will come back. But you don't intuitively read it as that, right? You see she told me a little white lie, and you assume she lied to you. And then you will come back to Ami, and then you're like, oh, wait, right.
I'm not sure if I process sentences that way, man. I don't know.
That's weird, because it's generally assumed that people do. It's literally a phenomenon. Like, there's an entire Wikipedia article about this, with some of these example sentences, and then I assume we source some more from other places.
Yes.
This is... I find it weird.
The dog that I had really loved bones. Oh. The prime, number few.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you read it as the prime number, and then you're like, what?
Why would you leave out few?
Well, yeah, okay, yeah, but the prime number, few. Huh? The prime number few.
Yes, the prime number few.
Yes.
Yes. So why would you read it as the prime number and then stop?
That's the first...
You don't read a part of a sentence and don't say the rest of it. You don't do that. No one does that. I don't pick up a book and start reading a sentence and it has 7 words.
You could have stopped right there.
And I read 5 and I don't say the last 2. That no one does that. That doesn't
So, Alex, quick question. Do you read the sentence in your head first and then speak it?
No. I mean, if it's like a language that I don't know well, I have to translate it, yes. But not in English and not in German. If it's like Russian or something, then I have to do word for word.
Okay.
So maybe this would work if it was like Russian letters. But I don't know how to pronounce those anyway, most of the time. Like, correctly. Like, I just read the sentence.
I, for one, quite like Roman numerals.
But I don't... Like, why would you read just the prime number and then not the last part of it?
No,
it's not that you don't read it. It's your mind parses the sentence word by word, and it recognizes a familiar construct and makes an assumption that ends up being wrong.
I don't grasp it. What assumption?
I'm very curious if you, the viewer, when reading the sentences, at least got the effect. Oh, we should have probably started with read along at home.
Yeah. Can we just like see some more and just read them out and like maybe I'll find the effect?
We have some more. Not a lot of them.
Yeah. Until the police arrest, the drug dealers control the street.
Yes. But intuitively, when you see the first part of the sentence, you would think until the police arrest the drug dealers, and then it doesn't work. Actually, that would kind of low-key still work. But then this would be imperative. Until the police arrest the drug dealers, control the street. But that's not always how it's
That's its meaning, though. That changes the meaning of a sentence.
Because that actually works, kind of.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be a correct sentence.
That would definitely need a comma.
It would be a non sequitur for sure. It doesn't really connect the two parts.
Yeah, that would definitely need a comma. That changes the meaning.
The double those are definitely also ones that tend to just mess with you a little bit.
The in there and you look over it. I've seen that.
I told the girl the cat scratched. Bill would help her. I suppose the idea is that I told the girl
whom's got scratched by the cat
is usually could very reasonably be followed by whatever you told her, right? So I told the girl Bill would help her is a regular sentence. I told the girl the cat scratched Bill would help her. Because, like, this does still make sense. And, of course, I've seen most of these before, which is why it's difficult for me to read them wrong intuitively sometimes, because I already know what the sentence says. But, because you could say, I told the girl, the cat scratched Bill, but then the rest of the sentence doesn't make sense anymore.
But there's no comma after I told the girl either. So if there's...
There wouldn't have to be.
Yes.
I mean, there's also no comma after scratched.
It's true, but does there have to be one normally?
Not in English.
That's the point. But I wouldn't... If it was just... I told the girl the cat scratched Bill, as a period, there would still not have to be a comma.
Yeah.
Which is why how these sentences work, or more importantly, don't work. So yeah, by the way, if you write stuff, just
So the
put
sentences
commas.
are made to get people to pronounce them wrong, but they mean the same.
No. They're meant to be parsed wrong, so you interpret them wrong the first time you encounter them, and then you have to readjust and kind of
So
just...
in this case, for example, how your mind would parse this, if you parse it like beginning to end and actually read it word by word kind of mentally, is I told the girl, the cat scratched Bill. And then your mind's like, how does would help her fit to the sentence? Then you reevaluate, and then you see that I told the girl, the cat scratched, Bill would help her.
But that's like seems like arbitrary how your brain does it, right?
Your brain tends to tokenize as soon as it finds the first sensible prefix. Thereby, I'm talking about parsers now. Thereby, it tends to form a concept that doesn't fit with the sentence in this case, because the sentences are written in such a way that the first prefix concept that makes sense is not a good one. That's, by the way, literally how parsers work for compilers.
Okay.
Just as a side note.
By the way, I think the first sentence is the easiest one to explain the concept with.
What was the first sentence?
The old man.
Oh, yeah.
The old man, the boat.
Because you read you read man as a noun, right? You think the old man...
As in person.
Which is
As an
the
old person.
Yeah. But then, of course, there's still boats, so it has to be
Yes.
the old man, the boat.
Yes, but you first interpret it as person.
That's...
No, because the boat is there the whole time.
See, I literally think Alex doesn't read sentences linearly, which is
Like
very
if
confusing to me.
If it just said the old man, I would read it out as the old man, and then you added the word boat. Yeah, then I'd have to say it differently.
I guess we would have literally had to show him the sentence word by word,
Yeah.
and just flash the next word as he's reading it for it to work for him.
Okay, we found out you're weird in a different
No,
way.
I think-
We did that 2 weeks ago in
Yes.
the park. Last time you were wrong.
Not last time he was on. Last time he was almost stereotyped.
Yeah.
I think
3 weeks ago.
I think this might have something to do with, like, on some level, already scanning the full sentence before you really parse it.
Yeah.
Which is weird in that it's unusual, but sensible as well.
Maybe if the sentence was like long enough, or it was a big text, maybe that it would work.
I mean, we had kind of long sentences in there.
Yeah, but like say
When it's a long sentence, you also pause before you read it. I noticed that.
I mean, yeah, because I'll have to see what it is.
That's the point.
But yeah,
You parse it before you read it out loud.
the point basically is the sentence flashes, then you should immediately start reading it.
Yeah.
That's...
You know what?
That
Can you just try that? Like,
Should we do the word by word thing? Maybe
it would have to add some additional setup to require it, I think.
that
Unless
can
I
covered
literally,
with a
like,
piece of paper or
man,
something.
not well.
We could try that.
Also, there's two screens that show it. Although
I
you might,
can't see that
yeah, I was
one,
about to say, you
so,
might not be
like,
able to
take
see
a
that
piece
one.
of paper and like do it one by one, and then I'll.
You know what's left, you know this. And listen, right? How about I just... Oh, this is literally the last one.
Yes.
What happens if I click finish?
You just see a white page. Or like light gray one.
Awesome. There we
Can
go.
reload it.
I am currently reloading it.
Okay.
Okay, so what do I do?
So, oh god, now he knows the sentences, and it doesn't work at all. Because I was about to say, with the next sentence, just like, read it out immediately. The problem is it doesn't work anymore because you know the
I
sentence.
did that for the first few ones, and then you started reading them.
The point was, read them immediately, right? Like, don't, like, think about it, but, like, just,
I mean,
the moment it shows up, start reading out loud. But, like,
good. I mean, you could review on the footage if it was immediate enough for you. If not, then I'll do it again next time. But I think I did.
I don't think there will be a next time necessarily. It's not that interesting, but I
Yes.
thought we thought we could get some interesting out there. You definitely parse sentences very efficiently, which I guess is good.
Mm.
But I feel like, in a weird way, in normal let's go to
Yeah.
in normal circumstances, I think
Hey.
this would probably be somehow less efficient because the camera's too good, isn't it? Because
Quite a bit.
yeah,
We tilted
doesn't
the chair.
matter.
Get everyone in picture. There we go. Drink
Um,
much, everybody.
Because, of course, the reason why your brain has those heuristics is to normally read faster. So, because 99.9% of the time, they're going to parse sentence correctly. Especially if the text was written by someone who, someone knows what they're doing, they would put commas in such a way that the sentences don't become confusing in the first place. Thereby, your preconceived notion of how the sentence is supposed to go, based on past experiences, would mess with what you're reading.
I mean,
it might literally have something to do with the fact that the two of us read more than you, because when Sergey showed me them for the first time, I definitely had some problems. Which, by the way, would have made for a much more entertaining podcast.
Yeah.
The problem is he showed them to me before, and so obviously I couldn't get a genuine reaction to any of those, really.
Okay. I don't know. So I guess it didn't really work the way it was supposed to?
Yes.
Not really. I mean, we definitely showcased how it works, but not by
I kind of
making
understand
you read
it, but I'm not familiar with that.
I mean, you could pull up the Wikipedia article.
Yeah, let's pull
it has a diagram there.
Let's do
We're doing
that.
that live, dude. Well, we're not gonna put it on screen unless we have to. But
What are you doing?
Jay is typing. He's going crazy right now.
I'm doing that.
Yeah.
A garden path sentence is a grammatically correct sentence that starts in such a way that reader's most likely interpretation will be incorrect. The reader is lured into a parse that turns out to be a dead end or yields a clearly unintended meaning. Garden path refers to this saying to be led down the garden path. Okay, oh yeah, we should probably show those.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I'm gonna open those. Can I open those as individual images? And then does that create a yes? It's kind of what I was going for. You know what? Let's make them a little bit bigger. And go back to this scene.
There's a graph. It's about the old man, the boat.
Yes, it is. So this is how you would parse it. Intuitively. Most people.
Or not.
If you parse it token by token, that is how you would parse it. And then this is how the sentence actually works.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
I kind of like how it visually switches back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's really about that. I mean, there's not much more else to be said about it, but yeah. So, because you would think that that's just how that goes, right? It's like, the old man, the boat?
Mm-hmm. Then you're just confused.
I just don't, I don't understand how that would be if you have the full sentence right away.
I find it interesting that you for this circumstance, the way you parse sentences definitely helps you. I wonder, though, if that would make you read slower in normal situations.
I definitely know that I read slower, but that's mostly because I can't focus my attention. I read 3 sentences of text, and my mind is fucking around the world because I'm so bored, right? Because I'm having such a hard time, because I can't visualize, obviously, or whatever that might be.
It doesn't have anything to do with that.
Well, maybe it does, but I've had people tell me that it definitely does. But, yeah.
You've also had multiple people tell you that it doesn't.
Yeah, so for some
At
people,
least 3.
For some people it does, for some it doesn't, but it might, so... Yeah. But yeah, I do definitely read slower because I can't stay focused on it,
But I would assume that would generate also the way you parse sentences, where you figure out how it works before you really even fully consciously realize the sentence, presumably would lead, in my opinion, to a lower reading speed, because the way we parse sentences, you can run into these issues,
okay.
But it doesn't happen normally because sentences aren't written that way.
Should we do a test about that at some point, the 3 of us?
What?
You know how back in in middle school and stuff, exams would be you read a text and then answer questions about it. How about we found one of those, and we reread it, and then see who finishes fastest and how long I take compared to you, and
okay,
and then compare also our results.
Okay, do that.
Or give everyone the same time to read it and see who does best on the results or something. That way we compare our reading speeds.
I don't think that strictly just compares reading speed, but
I could just
definitely do that.
Fly through the pages and pick up no information, sure, but you have to just as control that you actually like read it.
Yeah, no, I get
Skim the
I get
text.
that. It's just I guess retention, but I guess if it's not a hugely complex or long
To like
text,
do one page or something.
you should presumably be able to. Yeah, we can definitely do that at some point. But that's
on
not
podcast,
something for today.
Yeah, that's not on the podcast. That's for like privately.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, this one doesn't really compute with me. Like if
The problem is that it does.
if they showed up in parts, then I would get it.
The problem is if we show you the part of the sentence that you're supposed to interpret as one thing, and then the rest, obviously, you're getting it. Right? It's supposed to work naturally. I definitely would recommend, in case people haven't paid full attention or something and haven't tried this already, look at some of those, maybe Google them too, like see if any of those work for you.
Yeah.
Because I would assume that for most people it does.
Is there like statistics on how many people do it wrong or right?
I don't
think
know,
so.
but the fact that I pressed the wrong button this way. But the fact that it exists as a documented phenomenon, you would assume. Open those in it.
Control 2, Control 15.
Yeah. The fact that there's a phenomenon, there's a Wikipedia article about it and all that.
Well, there's also one about aphantasia, and that's 2% of people. So maybe only a couple percent of people muck the stuff up.
But this is not seen as a condition. This is seen as a more phenomenon of how the sentences are.
Mm.
Yeah, I'd be interested in like the percentages actually.
Doesn't seem to list any percentages that I can see, and there is definitely other information in this article. I don't have the time to read it on the air right now.
Getting out of here too, but yeah, that's the second topic. I am slightly more confused than I was before we started it, whenever I didn't know what it was. We have songs of the week though, and Sergey, you're the guest, which means you're not starting. JJ, what's your song of the week? We're going from worst to best here, so hopefully letting JJ start.
I went old school.
Right.
Song that I've
changed it on the spot to now prove me wrong. He was gonna pick some K-pop or something, or like a Hammerfall song, and now he's gonna switch it up.
I have it written down.
Okay. What's his name?
You can probably not read that. There's also notes from other podcasts on there. The point is, my song of the week, I heard it again recently and I was like, oh, this is a good song. I think I might have used this before, but it was so far back that it doesn't matter. And my song of the week, all that is to say, my song of the week is Danny California by the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Song. It's the second best song that mentions California by that band. It's crazy.
No.
Yeah, it is. Is there a third one that's better?
Dude, you're just wrong is the thing.
I'm wrong. Californication is like the best song that band has ever produced by like a mile, and it's not like particularly close or anything. It's like a mile, dude. Like a long mile too.
I feel like we need a third opinion here. Sergey?
He doesn't know any of it. Yeah, what's your song of the week?
It's a Russian song again. I think I'm gonna stick with that.
They've been good so far.
Do you know the artist this time?
Yes. I thought about actually. I looked at it before.
Good.
So the song is 18 мне уже.
Okay.
Literal translation.
It sounds like when they play something backwards, when like some song is
like this.
That's what Russian sounds like.
The toughest name to say for me, like so far, because the other one.
Whenever Sergey says something Russian, it sounds like the typical like arcane language that doesn't really exist, but it's just people speaking backwards.
The other two did, but this one didn't.
This one definitely does.
Okay, so literal translation is I'm already 18.
Okay.
By the group Ruki. English accent. Ruki вверх.
Okay.
Means,
that does not sound backwards.
Means what?
Means hands in the air. I think.
Okay. Fair enough.
put your hands up.
This is more of,
I
is it
don't
like a
know,
rock
something like
song sort of thing? Like,
not really.
okay. We will play it if it doesn't get blocked, we'll play it obviously, so you will.
Otherwise, we generally put in for cards, as you might have seen in last week's podcast where we got a part of the Song of the Week segment claimed.
Also check out the other Russian songs that he put the last couple times, because they were actually really good. My song of the week is Rocky Mountain High by John Denver.
Colorado, Rocky Mountain High. I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. Shadow from the starlight is softer than a lullaby. Rocky Mountain High.
And now I have no idea which of these songs is the best or worst or nothing, because I haven't heard Sergei's yet, and I'm very undecided between mine and JJ's.
I was recently listening to music, and there was a bunch like to just my music that I had, and I had a couple of songs that I was like, oh, this could maybe be a song of the week at some point.
Yeah.
I think it happened about 3 times when I was listening to that.
Okay.
The first time,
Yeah.
Rocky Mountain High was playing, I was like,
Good song.
that could be a song of the
It
week.
could be song of the week. I'm not sure if it was used.
And then
nowadays.
I think 1 or 2 songs later, Zenny California, I'm like, you know what? No, that is gonna be the song of the
It
week.
got claimed now. So last time you took Boat on the River, now I'm taking this, and then we're good.
I almost used it. Like, it's actually relatively close. Like, that almost happened.
Holy cow.
Which would have, that would have been a lot more impressive. Like,
If we match on that, randomly,
Yeah.
from 3-4 years back,
song we recently both added,
yeah, that's
sure.
yeah.
because that's a small pool.
But a song that no one has
song that we've had.
in 3 years is yeah. But there we go. That's my song of the week. That's our songs of the week. We'll have them played. You will have heard them. And drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it. Let us know your score from the first quiz. And if you got 50%, that's actually pretty strong. And do you misread sentences? I don't know. Let us know how that works. But thank you for watching, and we're going to see you in the next one. JJ.
That's it.
So, okay.
That's it.
That's it.